I ended up in the same room as the beautiful ex-delinquent coworker that I had a crush on because of the hotel messing up our rooms. I was nervous and wiping my sweat off with a towel when it turned out to be my beautiful coworker's underwear. I thought she was upset, but it turned out that she was just shy, and she slowly started becoming more aggressive. I ended up in the same room as my beautiful coworker on a business trip. I thought I was using a towel in the room, but it was my coworker's super risque underwear, and I had a coworker that I was curious about when I was in my 30s. Her name was Susan, and she was rumored to have a pretty wild past. She's incredibly beautiful, but she does look a little scary. A lot of our coworkers avoid her for that reason. I really got along with her though, so we talked fairly often. I wish I could talk to her more often and get along with her, but I didn't have much romantic experience, so I wasn't really able to flirt with her. One day I was told that I would be going on a business trip with none other than Susan. This has to be a good chance for me to get closer to her. The day of the business trip, we finished up our work and headed over to the hotel that we had made reservations at, and...
Sorry, I must have screwed up because the hotel only has one room for us.
Rare of you to make a mistake like that, Susan. Are there any other rooms that are open right now?
I checked, but there's apparently a concert that just took place recently. So they said that all of the other hotels are most likely full too.
I see. Guess it can't be helped then. I'll just go try to find a hotel or something. You could stay in the room here.
No, I can't do that to you. It's my mistake. I don't mind if you stay in the room with me. I grew up with a bunch of brothers, so...
But are you sure?
It's fine. I really don't mind.
I mean, if you say so. I thought that this would be a good chance for me to get along with her, so I decided to take her up on her offer. We got into the hotel room and she hopped in the shower first. I was sitting on the sofa, anxiously waiting for her to come out. The same room as Susan, huh? I'm so nervous. I can't stop sweating bullets. I saw a nice black towel on the bed, and I thought it was a towel that the hotel had prepared. I wiped my face with it. This towel is small and is bad at actually wiping my sweat off. I spread it open and noticed that it was very risque lingerie. It's just my luck, too. Susan came out of the shower right as I figured out what I was just wiping my face with.
Is that?
No, this is...
Are those your final words?
This is a mistake. Please, calm down.
How about you let go of the underwear and give it back, huh? I forgot to take it with me in the shower.
So are you saying that you're... Now I could feel my face getting redder, but she somehow had a redder face than me, so I gave her the underwear that I was squeezing into oblivion. She just took it without saying a word and quickly went back into the bathroom. Was I just being insensitive? But I can't maintain my calm after seeing lingerie that was that risque. After she came out of the bathroom, she must have been quite embarrassed because she made a beeline into the bed. We didn't say a single word to each other till morning. After the business trip, we went back to work like we normally did. I didn't make any progress with Susan at all. If anything, I actually got along less with her. Oddly enough, we still lock eyes from time to time in the office, but...
Here you go. The documents for your next meeting.
Thank you for that.
Don't mention it.
When I took the documents from Susan's hands, I felt my finger touch hers. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Excuse me.
She quickly walked back to her seat after that. She reacted pretty dramatically when our hands just touched a little bit. I bet you she doesn't like me. What do I do? That continued for a while, and I thought that she didn't like me the whole time. I didn't want her to be uncomfortable, so I decided to catch her on her way out of the office to apologize to her. Hey, Susan, do you have a second right now?
Sure, I've got a little time.
I'm sorry for what I did before. I know that it wasn't exactly a nice thing to do. I have no plans of telling anyone in the office, and I'll do my best to avoid you in the office too, so don't worry.
It really didn't bother me so much, so...
Really? But you seemed so unhappy, so I thought you were angry or something, but...
No, I wasn't angry. I was just embarrassed.
I could see her face turn a bright red. So she was just trying to save face? That's too cute. Right, I'm just glad you don't hate me then.
Can I ask you for your contact info, please?
Huh? Sure, of course, but why would you...
Because I want to get along with you, Roy. You always work so efficiently and precisely, so I really respect you.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, sure, let's trade numbers.
Thank you.
Susan seemed really happy and gave me a nice grin. She invited me out to go on a date on the weekend. I'm so glad that she doesn't hate me. I'm so excited for the date. I was so nervous the day of the date, but we broke the ice quickly and returned to how we were normally. It was almost like the past week of unfriendliness was just a prank. I felt so comfortable around her. We slowly started to get closer, and we decided to go on another date on a different weekend.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Roy.
I wasn't waiting for that long. Want to get going?
Yes. Oh, wait, hang on.
What is it?
Can I hold your arm?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
She looked at me with a blushed face, so I had no reason to tell her no. She held my arm and we started walking through the park. She's actually really childish sometimes. It's so cute. I love that about her too. We went to go grab some lunch, so we walked to a restaurant.
The dessert here is seriously to die for.
I see. I should have got the same one too.
Hey, Roy, open your mouth.
Huh? Okay.
There you go. How is it?
It's so good.
I'm glad.
She's laughing about it, but does she realize that I just ate using her fork? Want my dessert too?
I mean, I guess, wait, huh?
Did you notice?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just kind of gave you my fork without thinking about it. There's no meaning behind it, I swear.
I don't mind it, don't worry. If anything, hey, we got to share cooties.
I see. I'll be more careful from now on.
She looked like she was happy and continued to eat her dessert. I'm so happy. It's like we're dating or something. We were having a great time when it was starting to get late and the sun was setting. We didn't have anywhere we wanted to go, so we ended up disbanding afterwards. I sent her off to her house. I had a lot of fun today. I'll see you at work.
Would you like to come inside for a little bit?
Huh? Are you sure? I'm happy that you'd have me over, but are you sure?
I actually got some really good tea recently, so I wanted to let you try some.
Okay, sure. I guess I'll go inside then.
Thank you.
I thought maybe she was inviting me in for some Netflix and chill, but I guess that's not what was happening. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. After going into her house, I tried my best to keep my distance from her while drinking the tea. I finished the tea and decided to go home. It was really good, thank you. All right, I'm gonna head out now.
Huh? You're already going to leave?
Yeah, I don't want to stay here for too long, you know?
Hang on a second.
Susan grabbed my arm in a hurry to stop me from leaving. Huh? What's going on? Did you just kiss me?
Are you not a fan of women who are aggressive?
No, I don't mind, but...
I'm sorry. I know it's sudden, but I just wanted to try kissing you.
Right.
Sorry for stopping you. Let's go on a date again.
Yeah. See you later. Nothing happened after that, and my heart was racing on the way home. Does she like me? Or is she just messing with me? I don't know, but I should tell her how I feel either way. The weekend went by, and I went into work as usual when I noticed that Susan was being called up by the manager. Rare of her to be called up by the manager. I wonder what happened. I heard from a rumor later that she bumped heads with one of our clients' bosses and she was told to stay at home till they figured out what was going on. People in the office started talking about her past and how she used to be a delinquent, so she must have lost her temper or something. There were even rumors now being spread about her being sent off to another branch or being fired. I hope she's doing all right. I was so nervous about her. I went home in a hurry and rang her doorbell. She answered me right away. Are you okay, Susan?
I'm okay. You seem out of breath, though. Are you okay?
Sorry, I kind of ran over here. Anyway, I heard that you were told to stay at home for a while. What happened?
Well, I got into a little argument with the clients.
I heard that. What was the reason you got into an argument?
Well, it's his fault. He was just being so rude, so I kind of just lost my temper.
Yeah, I don't think you should have done that.
I know, I regret it.
But I know for a fact that he's also in the fault, so I think it's weird that you're the only one that's being told to stay home.
I told the manager that, but he said that since I was an ex-delinquent or something, and he wouldn't listen to me.
She looked really upset.
I mean, it's my fault for not behaving like I should have.
Were there any cameras in the room when you were having the meeting? If it was a business meeting, did you record it at all? I think if you had any recordings, you might be let off the hook.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I think a newbie was sitting in on the meeting with you two, right?
Yes. What about it?
She started bawling after that, and I couldn't leave her alone, so I gave her a nice hug. I really wanted to do more, but I've got to figure things out with this situation first. He's a newbie, so... All right, leave the rest to me. You just hang tight and relax. The next day, I called the client's newbie right away and asked him about the situation. He said that he had a recording, so I told him that Susan was being told to stay at home while they figured out what was happening. He was actually planning on doing something because he started noticing that things were getting out of hand when I called him. He kept apologizing to me and telling me everything while crying. I took that data from him and went straight to our manager. Sir, about the whole incident with Susan, I got an audio recording from the whole event. I listened to it, but I don't think that Susan did anything wrong at all. Please, have a listen. Ah, that's true. I could see how she would complain after this too. I'll go talk to our clients about this. Thank you, sir. A little while later, the manager told me that he had figured things out and Susan would be coming back into the office soon. I wanted to tell her that everything was figured out, so I decided to go see her after I finished up work. Hey, Susan, about what happened before, I was able to get them to understand your view and stop everyone from judging you. They said that they'd be having you come back into the office soon.
Really? Thank you so much, but why?
I had proof. Apparently the newbie had recorded the whole meeting since he was new.
How could you tell that he would be recording something?
Because when I was new, I was also recording things to study. I just thought maybe...
I see.
You're totally good now. Just relax, okay?
Thank you so much, Roy.
Don't worry about it. It's not like you did anything wrong anyway.
If you weren't around, I don't think I could have gotten everything figured out at all. So I'm really thankful for you. You went above and beyond for a nobody like me.
Oh, don't say things about yourself like that.
But there's something that I haven't been telling you, Roy.
I could tell that she looked like she was hiding something. What is it? Hopefully it's nothing bad. What do you mean?
When we made those reservations for that hotel, I said that I screwed up, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
Well, I actually noticed that I had only made a reservation for one room, but I just continued to act like I didn't know.
Why?
Because I wanted to get along with you. So I left it alone on purpose. I hadn't been able to tell you this whole time, but I'm sorry. I figured I would tell you sometime, but I just didn't want you to dislike me, so I couldn't bring myself to tell you. And I'll tell you now since I'm confessing to you, but that risque lingerie, I was going to invite you to sleep with me. It didn't work out at all, though.
I see. Are you saying?
I like you, Roy. People often avoided me when I started working here because of how I looked, but you always took great care of me and were so kind to me. I am really thankful for you.
Susan.
Also, I really get along when I'm talking to you, and I can be just so comfortable when I'm around you. And I like you so much. I'm sorry for suddenly springing this on you, but I just feel like I had to tell you. It's okay. I'm really happy. I've always liked you too.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about when I could ask you out the whole time, but I'm sorry it took me so long. Would you be willing to go out with me even though I'm not brave and manly?
Of course, a lot has happened recently, so you probably just didn't want to ask me out till everything calmed down, right?
I mean, that's partly true, but I didn't know how you felt either, so I couldn't just bust the answer.
I love how you prioritize how I feel like that. After saying that, she gave me a peck on the lips.
I'm not going to hold back anymore.
Yeah, I won't either.
I'm looking forward to it.
I was able to finally hold her tightly and make her mine. I told her how I felt, and we started dating. Afterwards, it was brought to light that the client's boss in question was pretty horrible to many people as well, so a lot of people were thankful for what Susan told him. He ended up getting fired. Thanks to this whole series of events, she was praised and complimented at her office. She was able to start really getting along with everyone. After about 2 years of living together, we got married. Of course, I invited all of our coworkers to the wedding too. Everyone was admiring how beautiful she was, and we're planning on building a new house together. We're working together to make a schedule. We're both great partners at work and in private life.